PhLo here, just getting started. This will probably be a short live stream, but there's a signal here, so I decided to go for it. If I can figure everything out. The more I do this, the more I realize how much of a pain it is to do all these platforms IRL. I pretty much had to just let YouTube not be part of the show because of how impossible it is to set up on the go. It's ridiculous. I would label it almost, it's not impossible, but it's insanely involved. It's very difficult to do. If I can ever find a way around that, I'll go back to streaming IRL there, but I don't have a way to do it easily. I used to just spend like 45 minutes to an hour setting up, and that's no joke. That's how long it takes to set up streams on YouTube. If you're IRL, it's really ridiculous. But I gave up on that. I'm like, no, it's not worth it. Generally on YouTube anyway, and especially my IRL content, so it's not worth it. At home, computer, but on the phone it's nasty business. Alright, well, I'm up here on another volcano today. Just recorded a short that I'll connect to this later probably. I don't know, I don't really care. I'm like thinking about and talking too much about the content creation tricks stuff, because I don't really care about that stuff. I never have. I like the shorts though because they get views, but I've also, I just watched a video and I've heard this, that posting shorts on your channel actually destroys your YouTube channel, ironically. So shorts are bad for your channel, like universally bad. It doesn't matter, almost doesn't matter your situation. They are bad for your YouTube channel. Because the people that watch shorts don't watch long form content, and you can't make money from shorts. You literally have to get hundreds of millions of views to make any significant amount of money with shorts. And long form, it's about 100-fold less demanding. Like if you get 1/100th of the views, you get about the same money for long form content. It's just, some people have figured out the algorithm, and that's pretty reliable. It's about almost exactly 100 times. So it's not worth it, but I'm gonna do it because I don't give a rip about making money off my stuff. So it's very windy, so it's probably hard to hear. I don't know why my gimbal is like kind of, I don't know, it looks like it's a little bit not straight, but I guess it's close enough. I don't think it has anything to do with the wind though. Anyway, now that I've gotten all that stupid stuff out in the open, this will probably be a kind of short live stream because I'm guessing I can only go right about up there where the trees are kind of heavy before I have no signal again. There was no signal when I started down below, and there's just this short window of opportunity. And I haven't streamed in a long time, so I just decided to go for it. My hope is to explore this butte today, but I'm gonna run out of time. Like, there's almost no way I'll get very far, but I'll do what I can. The cool thing about shorts, I guess, is that I can record stuff when there's no signal and post, short videos up, just so that there's some record of my hike, little bits of it anyway, highlights. And I don't have to edit them much, I just kind of throw them up there, so that's why I've been doing them, because I don't like editing long form stuff. It takes too long, especially if I go on numerous stacked adventures. It would take weeks just to catch up on all the editing, so I try to avoid that at all costs. I've actually streamed here before. I kind of forgot, and then I looked at my map. I sort of try to keep a record of the places that I live stream and record videos, just so I know if there's a signal and stuff like that for later future reference. And I guess I streamed here, but I forgot that I did. And so yeah, I've been here before. It was on a it's on a weird adventure. Actually, a couple interesting things about that last hike here. I didn't know I was in this spot. I started from a different angle and didn't know it was this place. And also on that day's outings, the hike, that was my last use of my 360 camera. The Insta360 1R finally bit the dust, and at first I thought it was just the batteries, but it turns out it's something internal and not easily fixable. Maybe a tech guru could get it running again, but that's why I haven't uploaded any take a peek adventures or any other kind of stuff like that. And I've been talking about wishing I could afford the latest 360 camera, but that'll be long in my future before I can do something like that, unless I just make a stupid impulse buy, which I'm trying to resist. But anyway, so that kind of changed my channel quite a bit. I was spending a lot of time with that kind of content, but the good thing about it is I have to edit the 360 videos like a lot. It takes forever. So I'm kind of freed from the prison of editing those videos, which is nice in a way. But actually kind of what I wanted to use it for now, instead of doing like super long form the entire hike kind of 360 videos, I was thinking I could do like shorts with that, which would be really cool, like just 1 minute highlight videos, which I had resisted in the past, but just my mindset has changed in the sense that I don't have time to edit anymore. I mean, I just don't want to make time for it. It's kind of just robs you of your joy. So I'd rather just be out hiking, doing minimal tech work. So anyway, enough of that jazz. So it looks like it's still connected, but I think any time now it's probably gonna cut out as soon as I get into these trees over here. But I'll go until it cuts out. That's kind of my tradition, I guess. I don't know if it's a tradition, but my practice. Except in my case, practice does not make perfect. Ugh. Stuff is slippery. Almost looks like there could be a view between those trees, but I think not. Just gonna stay over here on this path in front of me. Just kind of follow the clearing, and actually I'll probably be able to stream as long as I'm in this clearing. But I want to try to avoid like major bushwhacking. I always look for the easiest path just because of tick concern. I don't like to get ticks on me if I can avoid it. It's kind of inevitable, like every long day out I'll see one or two on my pants and just flick them off. But if I were to go through really heavy bushwhacking, I could get like a lot, so that's why I avoid the bushes. It's not because I despise going through the bushes, even though it's not my favorite. I'm willing to do it. It's mainly just the fear of contracting Lyme's disease, I think. Anyway, whatever. So I don't have like an actual itinerary or path. I do have a map of this butte, and I'll try to sort of circumnavigate the volcano rim up here, but other than that, I don't have a big plan. I was actually gonna make this a huge hiking day today. I had my alarm set for like 4:30 this morning. Problem is, as usual, I couldn't sleep last night. I don't know what it is. It seems to be like a pre-hike anticipation kind of thing or whatever, but I don't seem to be able to sleep well before my hiking days, which always just kind of robs me of my full capacity and energy that I might have, which is annoying. I usually go pretty crazy anyway, and I'm able to do a lot in spite of my lack of sleep, but sometimes I'm so tired just to get up in the morning after no sleep that I just sleep in, which is what I did today. So no big adventures. I actually had like 25 places marked on my notes, that not like I was going to do all of those, but I was thinking like, well, I'll just start at the beginning. I kind of ordered them in a sensible chronological path of sorts for driving and stuff. I just figured I'll start the first one and check them off as I go. I kind of thought if I did get up like at 4:30 like I was planning and get out there by 6 or something like that, 7, not sure how long it would take to get there, but and get ready and get breakfast, all that. It's always an unknown, but anyway, if I would have got out there that early, I probably could have done maybe 12 or 15 different spots. I mean, that's maybe a little optimistic, but I did recently break my all-time record of 11 hikes in one day just a couple weeks ago. Did 12, and that was actually a surprise. I didn't know until I got home and looked at my GPS track because I wasn't really counting. I was like, oh sweet, I just broke my record without even realizing it. So that was fun. And now I feel like now that I know it's actually possible to beat, I almost, for a while for years I thought, no, that's just, I'd have to like sort of not necessarily cheat, but I'd have to find like a bunch of short hikes all really close in a cluster, and that is kind of what I have to do, but it's actually not as hard as I thought it was. The day that I broke that, like, I don't know, 5 or 8 years ago, I don't know when it was, maybe not that long ago, the day I broke it, I wasn't actually trying to, I might have been trying to do as many hikes as I could, but I don't remember if I was trying to set a record. It's more that I had a whole day to hike, and actually ended up going to the beach that day, and a lot of the hikes were kind of in the mountains toward the beach, and I didn't think I would do as many as I did because it's a long drive to the beach, and that just the driving takes a lot of the time out of your hiking time. But anyway, so it's definitely possible to beat that record again. I might do it again this year, who knows. If I can get my sleeping schedule on a more sensible trajectory or whatever, just like one day of good sleep and get up at an early hour, I could probably do it again. It's kind of cool too, because if you have like a free day, like especially on the weekends, you can make up for not hiking all week by doing like more hikes in that one day than there are days of the week. It's just kind of satisfying. Like if I were to keep that pattern going, one of these years I could like try to break 365 hikes in a year, which I've never done. I think my record is like 200 or so in one year. And I haven't even come close to breaking that. 205, I think, is maybe my record, if I remember right. And that was yeah, I had like a year where I wasn't doing anything and just hiked all the time. I had some money saved up so I didn't have to worry about stuff, and that was epic. And I don't know if I'll ever break that one again. Technically I could if I wanted to be just not focused on anything else but hiking, but it's easier said than done. Anyway, so this might be the last kind of view before the signal breaks out, so I'm standing here for a minute just doing my jibber jabber stuff, and then I'll head over off into the wild over here. I don't actually know where to break through this these bushes, so I'm just kind of looking for a clearing. It's pretty thick. Interestingly, when I first came up here, I think I just went straight up through. I don't know. I'd have to look at my historic tracks, but I'm gonna just kind of look around for a bit. There's sort of a slight weak area right here where that tree is, but it's still pretty heavy. I'd have to fight the bushes the whole way, I think. So I'm gonna take a look real quick, because sometimes you can't see the opening until you're right in front of, like a few steps away. Like, yeah, and for some reason I have the impression I might have gone through this years ago, and it's amazing how much a location can change over the winter, or several winters especially. Like, paths that you used to take don't exist anymore. They've been grown over, because unless it's a popular hiking destination, nature kind of just has its way. Nobody to maintain a trail of any sort. These are not trails up here. It's all just wild nature. Okay, so there's nothing over there. I just wanted to check before I commit to this direction, but it seems like I will have to go over here. Shoot. Oh, I forgot something. I was thinking of bringing my drink pouch. I have this special water bottle pouch with a shoulder strap that I can throw over everything to have easier access to my water, and then I end up theoretically drinking more. My most of my backpacks have had, like, pouches intended for water bottles on the outside of them, often one on each side. Those things usually suck so bad. Like, the ones on my current pack that I'm wearing right now are terrible. They don't really keep the bottle secure, so it can fall out while I'm hiking, especially when I'm kind of bending over, climbing up something. It's the worst. Okay, so I'm on a very steep slope here, so I'm kind of walking sideways just to get around this bush. I'm hoping that there might be a clearing over here. It's kind of what it looks like there might be. But I gotta keep my balance or I could slide down. And probably shortly after I get up into this area, I'm probably gonna drop the signal, I would guess. So yeah, this butte is pretty socked in with these bushes. I'm either gonna have to just kind of bushwhack massively or circumnavigate the whole thing till I find an opening, but it's not looking good so far. It's been quite a number of years since I've been here, so I don't have a super clear memory of how this went the first time. So I've been here and I kind of half explored this place, and I think it was on one of those long hiking days after I'd already done some stuff. And it was late in the evening. I think it was actually dark when I got to this, or when I was halfway into this hike, so I just had to kind of do a partial exploration and then just head out. And I think that was one of the few times that I hiked in the dark, like legitimately dark, and I think I ended up calling my mom, who was I think she was visiting at the time, and if I remember right, she came and picked me up, which was nice. Anyway, just trying to remember stuff while I still can. My brain is seemingly taking a dive these days. So there's kind of a clearing in between, weaving between the bushes here, but I don't see an indication that it goes very far, so I don't think I'll pursue that one. I'm gonna keep skirting around the edge a little bit further, see if anything reveals itself. You can see kind of a slight break and sort of back and forth zigzag. Slight clearing there, but it's really not very good. See some big prints here. I haven't gotten a clear image of the shape yet in my brain. Can't tell if that's an animal or a person. This isn't one of those places where I'd expect to see human footprints much, because it's pretty remote and not very desirable for most people. I'm kind of one of a kind that likes to do this kind of stuff. Well, maybe not one of a kind. I think there's people around the world that do this, but not as frequently as I do. This is kind of all I do now. I have a hike scheduled this Saturday with a new acquaintance or friend or whatever, and we're gonna just do a normal human hike, which I think I actually used that phrase when I was talking to him. I kind of explained what kind of hikes I do, and I said I like to do this, so I'm not going to try to pull you into this, so I just said we can do a normal human hike. And that's what we got planned. So it looks like the signal's dying. We're kind of flickering up and down. There is kind of a clearing here, so that's probably the direction I'll try to go, at least as far as it affords, but the stream will probably die before I get there. So I'll probably end it here in a minute, unless it rejuvenates. But this is looking promising. I'm not sure how far it's going to go, but there is a little bit of clearing here. So yeah, I think I'll end the stream and just I can push through a little bit faster when I'm not having to talk at the camera and hold stuff. So, but yeah, thanks for joining me. If there's some other opportunity later, I might do another short live stream, but maybe a couple shorts if I see something cool too. But yep, I will catch y'all later.